I think it is about time we get started for this introductory event, this learning event about the Encode Hack Africa, and really give you all the tools you need to have a great kind of program with us. And the most important thing is learning, quite frankly. And that's whilst our hackathons are for building great projects, and we've seen some awesome projects over the years, it's actually the main priority is making sure you learn about blockchain, you get involved in the space, and you have the tools to go on and do even better things. So just to talk to you about the kind of running order so far, if my laptop wants to play ball, which it does now, we will now do, I will give an overview of the hackathon. I'll try and keep it nice and concise so we can get to the fun stuff, which is our excellent partners and sponsors. We'll then hand over to Josie from Web3Bridge, who are our partners in this event and helping us make it good, hopefully. And we're looking forward to hearing from them. And then I think the coolest thing, we have 5 amazing sponsors, perhaps our best lineup ever, if I may say, of Sushi, Stella, 1inch, Polygon, and Arweave, in no particular order. And well, in this particular order for speaking today. They will all be sharing about their companies and hopefully about how you can get involved in the hackathon in general. But for starters, let me give you the overview of what to expect in Hack Africa. So Hack Africa by Encode Club is an 8-week hackathon to build a blockchain project. It sounds very simple, but it gets a little bit easier for you because we split it into 2 distinct phases, 4 weeks of learning and 4 weeks of building. Now, the reason we do this is because we know that blockchain can be a bit hard, can be a little bit more difficult to get involved with than a kind of typical technology. And so we like to give you this 4-week period where we throw in a load of workshops, a load of educational material. We do one-on-ones with you to help teach you about blockchain and get you comfortable so that when you go into the hacking bits, the 4-week second half, you are ready and you feel kind of very confident about what you're going to build. The good thing about this as well, it's a very long hackathon. There's a lot of time and we do not expect you to be working every minute on this hackathon. In fact, the 8-week structure is so that you are able to have a more flexible involvement and consistent involvement with the hackathon. And if one weekend you can't work on it, or one week you just have work or family stuff, you can still be involved. There's still time to kind of do stuff. And to be honest, I'll even say this, some of our best teams ever built everything in a week. And a week is still longer than a traditional hackathon, which is usually a weekend. So you have plenty of time, and we need to use that time for learning and having a great time. The purpose, the end purpose is for you to build a project, a sponsor challenge, either answer a sponsor challenge or build your own project completely from scratch. And we will reward you very generously with prizes and, to be honest, for the very best ones, hopefully investment as well. And so you can go on and we have both fantastic grant programs facilitated by our brilliant partners. Encode has a dedicated investment arm, and we have accelerators for you to get involved with as well. So lots and lots of different things that you could kind of use to get on with after the hackathon if you want to continue with your project. Excellent. A little bit about Encode, not too much. The purpose of Encode is to take kind of young talent, not just university talent or new talent to the space, and help them get involved in blockchain. This is basically 3 distinct areas: education, supporting and catalyzing. Education you're about to go through now with kind of hopefully joining our workshops and enjoying the kind of educational content we give you. The supporting is makes you to kind of deliver a great hackathon project, and the catalyzing is if you still love blockchain, and we hope you do after 8 weeks, to keep you going to the next phase, be that getting a job in the space, kind of continuing on your project, going into another hackathon, getting involved in the ecosystems of our 5 amazing partners today. Let me just omit that person. We do this across kind of 6 axes. Not that one can have 6 axes or 6 areas, but workshops, AMAs, hackathons, accelerators, our invest, and our dedicated recruitment arm, or we can help you get jobs with great companies in the space. So hopefully that can, all of those look exciting, but the one we care about today is the hackathon aspect. We have a fantastic university community. I know a lot of this event was made possible by our fantastic university partners who do a great job on the ground and kind of teach people about blockchain and getting them involved in the space. So thank you for making this event happen. We've also delighted to say we've worked with some great partners, and this slide is not relevant. The relevant one is this slide in particular, and our 5 kind of sponsors for this event. Intentionally kind of a smaller event so you can engage with these kind of brilliant sponsors from Stella, 1inch, Sushi, Arweave, and Polygon, each bringing a different thing to the table, but we think there's both room for bringing them together to build cool stuff and also just learning a lot. And these 5 projects are projects I personally have the highest respect for, and we hope you have a great time with them too. This event, I've mentioned before, is in partnership with Web3Bridge, who do some fantastic, again, on the ground work, teaching them to code in blockchain, and throughout the kind of recent times, really. And Ayodeji will be saying a few words a bit later on, but thank you for your help with this event and promoting it and publicizing it and giving us the platform to do this, because this is our first geographically focused event, which means we wanted to work with an amazing partner to deliver it, and Web3Bridge have absolutely hit our expectations and gone far, far beyond. The structure is like this. You might be thinking, 8-week hackathon, what happens? Well, 4 weeks of learning. There's a lot of workshops. I'm going to tell you about those workshops soon. Some are even to be announced, so there's even more great stuff to come. Mentor sessions as well are extremely important for us. What this means is we will organize and very much hope to do many one-on-one calls with you. If you so want, you absolutely can be left alone. But if you do want a one-on-one call, we would love to talk with you, to learn about your background, to help you, and to provide some tailored support. And I really think this is one of the big differences between an Encode hackathon and a traditional hackathon. We really will go above and beyond for you, and we'll do 3, 4, 5, 6 of these calls to really help you and provide kind of dedicated support. And please, we'll reach out to you, but please do not also be shy. And if it's as simple as, oh, I don't know anything about blockchain, can you tell me? We'll do that. Or if it's complicated as, I've got a really in-depth technical problem, can you help us? We'll also try and help you with that. Yeah, so that's very important to note. You'll note that workshops and mentor sessions do continue into the second half. We do keep the content coming, but by this point, by the way, you can absolutely start building if you have an idea, you're confident, you can start building now and use the full 8 weeks. You can also use more time for learning if you want to. This is really a guide that we suggest you spend 4 weeks kind of soaking everything up and 4 weeks building, at least from our experience. But we appreciate you might have your own opinion on that, and that's absolutely fine. General dates, we are here today, the launch event, Tuesday the 15th of June. The learning period continues to about a month, mid-July, and then the hacking period. The dates are actually very lovely this year. It's all basically middle of the month. And then the prize giving and final, that shouldn't actually say August, that should say September. We might fit it in late August, but realistically, we like to spend a lot of time judging, so that should actually say early September for our we'll end with a big prize giving event. We just did one. George will paste the link to our kind of recent final for Hack the System. We'll give out a ton of prizes. We'll celebrate the winners. The winners will pitch for some overall top prizes that I'll talk about in a moment, and it'll be very fun and very exciting. How it works. So there's lots of challenges and lots of bounties. George is going to paste the link, I hope now. I can't actually see my chat, so George, I'm relying on you. You can combine more than one of them together. Some work extremely complementary, especially the kind of Ethereum-based stuff. Or you can just answer different challenges. Maybe you love the Arweave challenge and you love the Sushi challenge. You can do them independently. We've seen teams do this. I've even seen one team do 5 projects once. He won like 3 prizes. But typically, people focus on one challenge and do it very well. But you can absolutely do that. The other thing is you can build whatever you want. Say, for whatever instance, let's say you wanted to build your own blockchain, your own kind of special thing, it's a startup, maybe it doesn't fit in neatly with sponsor challenges. You can build anything you want, and there will be prizes associated with this. Rather, the overall prizes are mainly tiered for people who want to build startups. And in general, all the challenges can be found. George, if you're going to paste a link again, so I don't have to leave my screen, they're on a big spreadsheet. There's one Arweave one is going to come in tomorrow, we should think, but I think 4 of the 5 are in there otherwise. But you will have them ready to go tomorrow. All the challenges, if you want to get started and start reading. All the prizes are there associated with the challenges. All the documentation is there. I think some contacts for if you want to go directly to the teams. But the Discord as well, which we'll talk about in a minute, is the best place to go if you want to speak to the teams directly, and they will all be there ready to answer your questions. But the challenges spreadsheet there. You will have received a hacker pack. George, as if by magic, will put that in as well. That should have been in the onboarding email you will have received, which also has the Discord link. But that has everything as well that I'm talking about today. But that's also something good to refer to. In general, though, if Discord, you can't go wrong. Everything is in the Discord. Overall prizes, not only are our sponsors giving out amazing prizes, but we will give out prizes as organizers. Top prize of $3,000, second prize of $1,500, third prize of $500. This is over and above any prizes you win. For instance, I think we've definitely had teams who've gone away with winning multiple prizes. And for instance, if you are building whatever a non-sponsor challenge, building whatever you want, for instance, building a startup, and I'll share some details of people who've gone on to do extremely well out of Encode before, this is kind of what you want to go to be rewarded. And this will be given out at final day, where you will make the top 8 projects will make a 3-minute pitch, and a team of kind of judges, or a group of judges who will be VCs and leading engineers, will choose the winners. Once again, if you want to go back and watch any of our finals, I think all but the first final, which was held offline, are all on YouTube, and you can see the past kind of people and how it worked, etc., and see kind of the quality we like to see. Lots of resources in general. The Hacker Pack I've talked about, Discord, the technical support from the sponsors, and please do use that. It's an invaluable resource, really. The Encode team will always provide you support and do these one-on calls. Our medium is where everything goes. Every event, we do a YouTube. So it's always held live on Zoom, so you can engage kind of in the present. We kind of go to, it goes on YouTube about 24 hours later. There's a medium with all the slides, and that will also go on our website. So you'll have a lot of kind of, if you can't absorb the content out, we do encourage you to come and join the events kind of in person or kind of online. But if you can't, that content is ready to absorb whenever you kind of want to, and certainly if you want to go back and look at stuff, it is there for you. What do you actually submit at the end? So you submit a demo. This demo can either be a web app, any kind of app, or just a YouTube video of what you've built. Typically, YouTube videos are great because it means you have no setup. But sometimes we ask for like a link as well. Code base as well, unless there's an exceptional case where you're raising money and you really don't want to tell the world what you're building, but I've never seen this case before. And optionally a presentation white paper. So you can see, I think, again, if you want to go back and look at the previous hackathons, George will put the Hack the System YouTube so you can see what people presented in the finals beforehand. Just a word, some quick FAQ. I'm coming up to the end of my personally allocated time. Anyone can actually participate in this event. So you do not have to be based in Africa to actually participate. If you are not based in Africa, we ask you either to join an African-based teams, so please visit the Find Teammates channel in the Discord, or build a solution focused on Africa in the spirit of this event. Of course, if you're amazing and you just want to hack on something, and this is the only hackathon in town at the moment, you want to do it, so you, I don't know, love Polygon and you've been working on this Polygon thing for 3 months and this is your chance to show the world, of course that's fine, we're friendly and nice, but just to kind of give you a heads up, that's what we kind of expect participation wise. And you can add to your team at any time, just message or email, so we maintain an internal spreadsheet of all the teams. You can answer more than one challenge, that's absolutely a problem. When you submit, you just submit more than one form. Max team size is 6 officially. I've never seen a team bigger than 6 work, but this is just more of a rule of thumb for you than it is for us. You don't need to be a student to participate. This is aimed at kind of universities, but we get a lot of kind of graduates, just freelance devs, people in general join. That's absolutely fine. You'll notice a lot of the content and marketing is aimed towards university students because that's the bulk of the audience. But we are absolutely, anyone can participate in this event, no problem whatsoever. We can help find teammates. First port of call is go to the Find Teammates channel, but then message us because we know people looking for teams as well. So message Anthony, message George, message Danny, and we can help you find teammates also, no problem. And you can still register. Officially, registration stays open until the 19th of July. So just a heads up on that one. So we send it to the 19th. Okay, good. Awesome. And events coming up. Again, George will, as if by magic, put them in Eventbrite. So we have a workshop with Stella scheduled for Friday. These all 4:30 UTC, which is 5:30 London time, well, my time. We have an AMA, a separate one. We'd like to bring in lots of AMAs, and we have a few up our sleeve planned. We did one brilliantly with the CTO of Sushi last week. 2 weeks before that, we had Anton, the founder of 1inch, come and speak as well. But we have AMA with Wintermute next Tuesday, a 1inch workshop next Wednesday, a sushi workshop next Thursday, an Arweave workshop, which will come in the diary very soon as well. And we will also probably be scheduling a Polygon workshop, as well as the secondary workshop for Stella, Sushi, and 1inch, our gold partners. So lots and lots of workshops coming up. But next week the next week looks very fun. So please, we hope to see you joining all of those. So what is in general next? So join the Discord, make sure you do that. Make sure you get the right access. If you can't get the right access, just ping me. Find some teammates. If you need teammates, you absolutely can enter as an individual. Join the workshops, engage with that. Choose a challenge and challenges and build your project, and hopefully have a great time. And the final thing to say is we've had the kind of thing that kind of pleases the most is the number of startups that have come out of Encode. I'll share some links as well, but we've had some amazing stuff come out. A lot of that end up getting VC funded. A lot that are now live projects with live tokens and all the kind of big infrastructure that comes with that. And this, to be honest, is that and people kind of getting jobs coming out of Encode are things that make me most happy. So we really want to get as many people to that end as possible. So if you're an ambitious person, let us know, and so we will help you as much as we really can. I see 73 messages in chat, which means I've probably missed questions. Questions I will take privately on chat because it's kind of hard to do questions in this format. But apart from that, I think what we should do is move on to the cool bit. So first, we've got Ayodeji from Web3Bridge. Thank you, first of all, Ayodeji, for your support. Please now tell us about Web3Bridge. And yeah, I can stop speaking now. So thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Anthony, and happy to do this with Encode. I'm happy we were able to finally do this. Like, it's some of our dream come trues, to be honest. So Web3Bridge as a whole was created in 2019 with a vision of training African-based developers to look at African solutions for blockchain. And while at that, also be able to work with global teams. The thing is, we have so many population. The population in Africa is actually very much. We have so many people in Africa with intellect that are learning into the tech space, and we have a number of these people can actually meet the Web3 demands. That's why we decided to, from that time, train developers to do blockchain coding, web backend and front end. And since 2019, we've been doing that, and we're happy to say that we've had introduced well over 250 persons to blockchain development, and we can say we have about 45 of them actively coding backend, front end, writing technical documents for different projects. And we've had 4 cohorts before now. The 5th cohort is already going through their interview stage to start learning. We have 8 weeks of active learning and 4 weeks of active coding. While we believe that hackathon is one way to help people get into development, we also believe that going through classes where you learn the actual coding, get introduced to basic, like Africa actually is a continent of learning education, and still while the remote online learning is still a thing, the classroom, the 4 walls of the classroom is still one of the core way to learn in Africa. So we're actually bringing that into this new course. We're having on-site classes and online classes. Since we have people from Nigeria, we have people from Kenya, we have people from South Africa and Uganda and Ghana, part of the program. So we're going to be having on-site classes where we train on-site, and we have remote classes where the foreign students who are not Nigerians are going to join to learn. And the end goal is to have them join other projects as intern, have them work on open source projects, have them contribute to different projects. Presently we have guys working with Avagochi, we have them at Ethereum push notification sales, we have a number of them freelancing at Gitcoin and likes of them. So those are what we are looking to do, and we believe that with the African population, with the African hunger for learning, we're going to have so much guys in no time developing. And if you follow the Bitcoin trend the last weeks, you see Jack actually tweeting Nigerian flag and Bitcoin. It shows that a number of interest around Web3 is coming from Africa, and we want to be part of this goal. We want to be part of helping developers grow. And to not take so much of our time, if you're looking to learn more about what we do, the website is always open, web3bridge.com. You can reach out to us on Twitter. You can reach out to me personally, and you can drop an email if you feel like. And I would like to take questions in the chat or after this time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and again, well done on your amazing work. Yeah, it's just fantastic, really, and great to be working with you on this. Awesome. Right. So now to our sponsor presentations. I don't actually like using the word sponsors because they are amazing platforms who we're actually privileged to have, quite frankly. and thank you for also facilitating this event. So the first one is Amanda from Sushi. Amanda, over to you. Please tell us more about Sushi and yeah, and how the hackers can start building. Over to you if you're there.
Yes, I am. Thank you for the introduction. I can share my screen too, right?
Yeah, go for it. Yes, you should have the right access.
Okay. Sweet. And yeah, in true sushi style, I will not be using my camera, but yeah, really pleasure to be here with you guys. And I really hope everyone likes sushi. We are definitely interested as a team to know, what's the kind of sushi culture in Africa, and excited to see what you guys build. So I'll be sharing my screen now.
It hasn't loaded yet, but let's see.
Yes, here we go.
There we go.
I think it should be fine.
Ah, that's me.
So yeah. So anyways, everyone, I hope you get really familiar with this site. For a lot of you, I see in the chat, you're asking about like the learning experience and how you can learn more about just like blockchain in general. And I'd like to just bring you guys over to docs.sushi.com. That's like a really great place to learn about what is sushi and just about like all of our different products. So sushi is really unique DeFi protocol because of the amount of products that we build and how quick we build them. So I can show you just a bit of what we're doing. So we are a decentralized exchange. For those of you who don't know what that means, different than centralized exchanges who hold all of the assets. So for example, like a Binance, if you want to buy Bitcoin, you buy it from Binance. And then if you want to sell Bitcoin, you sell it back to Binance. So for Sushi, actually all of the liquidity, you can see here, current liquidity, 3.37 billion US dollars. That is all provided by regular people like you and I, our lovely sushi chefs, our users. So when we enter the app, this is how it looks, and you'll be looking right now, like basically challenge number 1. So challenge number 1 is just like actually completing a swap, which is like, our bread and butter of a decentralized exchange. We do have like a ton of other products, as you can see up here, but yeah, this is like how Sushi started, was just having like a really convenient way to process like cryptocurrency trades without having to like, take a selfie for your KYC as with other centralized exchanges. So it's really simple. We have, hundreds of thousands of people who do this every day, just swap from ETH to 1inch, for example, who's also part of this amazing hackathon. But we want you guys to be able to process this swap, but with the UI of the project that you're building. So if that makes sense, I think the wording that we wanted to use was complete a swap on Sushi's exchange using a smart contract through integration on the application's front end. So I think that'll all be like explained in detail in the docs. But just so you guys can get like a feel of what else we're doing, we just started our token launchpad MISO, or aka IDO platform. We can see the live sales that are happening right now. And this is like really exciting. Unfortunately, not open to the public yet. It's still a curated platform, but yeah, you can play around. There's so many different things that we're doing with Sushi. So this brings us to the second challenge that we have for you guys, and that's with our product called Bento Box. Bento is a token vault. So you can connect your wallet and you deposit your assets into Bento Box. Our first app on Bento is Kashi, and I'll tell you a little bit about how it works. But as you can see, coming soon, coming soon. These spots are waiting for you guys. And challenge number 2 is to create a dApp, build it on top of Bento Box. And I can show you what are the benefits of that are. So as we go into Kashi, which is our lending protocol. Sorry, I don't know why. I have to connect first. Okay, well, anyways, it's our lending protocol. And then with Bento Box, like the really exciting thing about it is that you can do some margin trading on this, and then simultaneously you're earning a lot of like yields while you lend out your assets so people can trade them. But you're also earning, if you have sushi, for example, we have something called a sushi strategy, and you're also simultaneously earning double rewards, like 5.7% APR on your sushi, because it automatically stakes it. I don't know if this is like a little bit too confusing, but anyways, then our last challenge is our hard challenge, and that is because we have so many, we are connected to so many different chains. So as we go back to our homepage here at sushi.com, we are on 14 different chains. So the most popular ones right now on Sushi are, of course, Ethereum, mainnet, and then we also are doing really well on Polygon, aka Matic, and Phantom, BSC, and XDAI. So we would love some help in getting some analytics for all of these chains. If you can choose just like one or two chains, that'd be great. And that's our third challenge. So yeah, we just really would love some insights from the activity from all these different chains. And yeah, that's our main big prize. But I hope you guys have fun. There's like sushi, lots even here to like look at. And we're really excited to meet you guys. I'm actually based in South Korea, so I won't be able to stay for this entire event because it's already 2 a.m. for me, but yeah, I'm gonna just leave it here.
Thank you very much, Matt. I did realize how late it was. I apologize, and thank you for staying up for us. much.
Oh, that's okay.
Awesome. If you have any questions, guys, George and I will happily answer it on Sushi. And please do go to the Discord as well. So yes, and just to answer the question that just in the chat, Marina, we will make this recording available tomorrow morning. Well, thank you very much, Amanda. And now to our second presentation, we have Anka from, oh wow, you've got the background already, fantastic. We've got Anka from Stellar. So over to you to tell us more. Thank you very much.
Perfect, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
All right, thank you. Well, yeah, thank you for introducing me, Anthony. And it was also a very nice presentation before me. Happy to go on right now. Thanks so much for joining this call. So very excited to share a little bit with you about Stellar and kind of what our challenges and prizes are that we are offering for this hackathon. So, you know, a little bit about Stellar. Stellar is an open source network for currencies and payments. So basically, it makes it possible to create, send, and trade digital presentations, representations of all forms of money, in dollars, pesos, shillings, Bitcoin, pretty much anything. So it's actually designed to so that all of the world's financial systems can work on a single network. So Stellar is not in and of itself a consumer-facing technology. Instead, it's used by businesses, which can then offer their users a fast, efficient network for trading, saving, and spending digital money. So for builders, it's an open financial infrastructure. Anyone can access it, and there's no permission or application needed. So let me show you a few things you can do with Stellar. So on Stellar, you can issue your own assets. Stellar allows anyone to create a redeemable, tradable representation of any asset in just a few lines of code. These assets are also called tokens, and tokens issuance is the backbone of the Stellar network. It's how Stellar connects the world's currencies, and is what Stellar was built for. So you can issue a token that represents anything from corn to gold to even an hour of your time as a tutor. You can also trade tokens peer-to-peer. Every token on Stellar is exchangeable with any other token on the network. And the Stellar network itself connects buyers and sellers. There is a decentralized exchange also brought up before, which you will learn more about in our workshops, built into Stellar's ledger system. So that means that the base Stellar protocol does not only track balances, as Bitcoin or Ethereum do, but also tracks and settles trades between balances in a decentralized, ownerless way. Also, you can transform currency as you send it. Like any payment system, Stellar allows one user to send a currency to another. User A can send user B dollar tokens or lumens or whatever. But Stellar also allows a user to send one currency and have a recipient receive another. So essentially, you can send and exchange money in a single atomic transaction. So these features really allow you to build on a more connected and interoperable world that creates equitable access to the global financial system. So large enterprise companies and companies as small as single DevOps have chosen Stellar to move money and access new markets. But you can too. So the way global financial establishment is structured today, people are born into an economy just like they're born into a political system. Stellar is a way out. It lets people participate in a worldwide, stable financial network, regardless of where they live. For this hackathon, we are sponsoring $8,500 worth of lumens, which are Stellar's native assets in prizes, for a participation prize that I'll talk about in a bit, and for the 3 best projects built on Stellar that solve a real-world problem and impact people's everyday lives. Bonus points go to projects which are adaptable to environments with low or intermittent internet connectivity, or can be used by feature phones or low storage smartphones, and/or use relevant assets such as the digital representations of the Kenyan and Tanzanian shilling, and other assets as well, which we will share later, on the testnet of Stellar issued by businesses that are using Stellar today to move money and access new markets. So what can you build on Stellar? What can you do with Stellar? Let me show you a few companies that are building on Stellar today. So one company is Leaf Global FinTech, which is designed for refugees, cross-border traders, and financially marginalized. So these people no longer that use the FinTech, Leaf Global's FinTech wallet don't need longer to carry any cash, which is great because this can be dangerous, especially when crossing borders. ClickPesa, yeah, it shows up. ClickPesa provides a B2B platform that to companies that offer invoicing, payment, and e-commerce functionality, and really focus on reducing the friction inherent to intra-African cross-border payments and B2B payment activity. Uhuru Wallet is a WhatsApp-based wallet based in South Africa that allows for sending intra-African payments and even allows users to pay utility and phone bills. And last but not least, D-Stock is a fintech company that uses buy and sell orders on the Stellar decentralized exchange to allow users to obtain stocks to make investing accessible and affordable for people in South Africa and other emerging markets all over the world. So why do these companies build on Stellar? Real quick, if my slide works. So Stellar is open source, which means open to anyone, no permission needed. It's also super fast. Transactions are confirmed within seconds. And affordable, as transaction fees are fractions of a cent, with the sole purpose of deterring bad actors from the network. They are not used by anyone. Also, low resource requirements make Stellar energy inefficient in regards to other blockchains. So as a developer, you can plug into the world of real-world assets issued by regulated financial institutions to get your app up and running in no time. And compliance needs on Stellar are built into the protocols. And if you are new to blockchain, Stellar is an excellent choice to get started. So you don't need to learn a whole new language in order to build a project. Instead, you can choose from a number of software development kits or SDKs available in your coding language of choice, like JavaScript or Python. And we also offer easy-to-use developer tools, tutorials, documentation, and a Stellar testnet, which is a safe environment for you to build your project in. Oh, and I almost forgot. So I am super excited to announce that we're also awarding a very special participation prizes that we will reveal during our first workshop this Friday. So make sure to register and attend our first workshop to find out. And you'll also learn about the intro to Stellar and basics, and we'll likely also go over some basics of blockchain since it's the first workshop. And yeah, make sure to register and join. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much. I love that secret participation prize. That looks so cool.
And now you want to find out, right?
Yeah, no, I have no idea what it is going to be, but yeah, okay, you've got me hooked. So you must have everyone else hooked as well. Thank you very much for that. And all challenge information, guys, you can find on the challenges page and also on the workshop on Friday, our first workshop indeed. So thank you very much, Anka. And moving straight on, we have Kirill from 1inch, who will now be taking over. Let me get the pin right. There we go. Kirill, over to you. We're so pleased to have 1inch with us, and tell us more about everything we can do, or the hackers can do with 1inch in this event.
Hello, I'm Kirill. I'm the lead blockchain engineer at 1inch, and I want to show a quick introduction to the 1inch network. Basically, 1inch network is a combination of decentralized things. The synergy enables the fastest and protected operations in DeFi space. The initial protocol of the 1inch network is the DEX aggregator that searches and offering user better rates than any individual exchange. And this protocol incorporates the Pathfinder algorithm that searches deals across multiple DEXs. And we have 50 plus liquidity sources on Ethereum, 20 plus on Binance Smart Chain, and 7 plus liquidity sources on Polygon. And in less than 2 years, the 1inch DEX aggregator surpassed 50 billions in overall volume. And as you can know, 1inch was built at 2019 in Ethereum New York hackathon, and here we are. And another product of 1inch network, it's a liquidity protocol with the own DAO. This is like a next generation automated market maker that protects liquidity providers against front-running attack. And you can set your, if you're a liquidity provider, you can manage your pool and vote for the swap fee, vote for the decay time and price impact fee that protects you against front running. And our latest release is the 1inch limit order protocol. This is this protocol has unmatched level of flexibility, which shows in two major features. This is dynamic prices and conditional execution. As a builder, as a hacker, you can create your own predicates, like the conditions for the execution. You can create your own formulas for off-chain limit orders. And also you can use any type of callback and interact with your contract as a maker of the limit orders. And all of those limit orders stored on the backend part, and you don't pay any, you don't need to pay any fees for creation of limit orders. And when someone wants to buy some token using market order, just like a normal swap, the 1inch limit order can be in the path of this protocol. And we have 3 challenges for our latest release of the 1inch limit order protocol. The first challenge, this is the margin trading on 1inch limit order protocol. You need to write a smart contract that will enable to create the limit orders for margin trading. You will have a smart contract that will be the maker of 1inch protocol. You can build the margin trading on top of the flash loans lending protocols such as Aave or Compound, or without lending protocol. The second challenge, it's a limit order adapter for the 1-inch liquidity protocol or any other decentralized exchange like Sushi, and based on their liquidity. And the adapter should contain such functions as is-valid signature, the formula for get maker and get taker amount, this something like get return function, and also the transfer from function that triggers swaps and sends tokens to the taker address. And the third, it's a challenge, it's an open track. You can suggest your own solution, and keep in mind that 1-inch limit order protocol has conditional execution and arbitrary price discovery, and you can build whatever you want. I wish you success with your challenges. I want to see really interesting and cool solutions built on this hackathon. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much, Kirill. Much appreciated. And again, challenges will be in the challenges spreadsheet, and do find the 1-inch team on the Discord as well. Right, moving swiftly on, we have Sandipan from Polygon, who will give the penultimate presentation before we have Sam of Arweave. So Sandipan, where can we find you, sir?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are now. I can hear you.
Awesome.
Let me find you so I can pin.
All right.
Oh, there you are. There we go.
Yeah, let me share my screen first. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, and then whenever you're ready, we can get going.
So, is my screen visible?
It's about to be. 3, 2, yes, right. Go for it.
Awesome. So, hello everyone. My name is Sandipan. I'm from the team Polygon. So, Polygon was also previously known as Matic Network, and we are like very excited to be a sponsor of Hack Africa and working. We have worked with Encode Club before also, and we are very excited to be again sponsoring one of the interesting hackathons. So telling you a bit about Polygon. So Polygon is a layer 2 side chain of Ethereum. So I know most of you must have heard about Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the most like decentralized blockchain network, and we believe that it's one of the greatest like blockchain network ever with the power and the community behind it. And the main idea behind Polygon is like Ethereum has its own, like any new and modern application, it has its own number of flaws, and that's when Polygon comes in to solve one of those problems and like make it more scalable and fast for like opening this new era of blockchain to a bigger number of audience. So we those who know about Ethereum, you must have known that Ethereum has a very intricate problem of scaling. So because it is such a vast network and so many people are like there's the decentralization is so huge, and like people there's a problem of transactions. So the transactions don't happen that much fast or what we need for the like maybe for the comparing it to the current network of like solutions of transferring money or the bandwidth the banks provide right now. So this is where Polygon comes in. Polygon is a solution of Ethereum scaling. It's blazing fast, it's secure and decentralized. The main thing is that we love Ethereum. So Polygon acts like a commit chain to Ethereum. So after a fixed number of blocks, Polygon is a side chain and commit chain. Every fixed number of blocks, we commit the transaction to the Ethereum also. So we not only scale Ethereum, but we also acquire the power of the decentralization of Ethereum. So that is something we are working on, and that is offered by a hybrid plasma POS sidechain. So the main problem is that currently in the Ethereum market, there is no like one kind of a solution, like tool in which you can like build scalable solutions on like that. So Polygon is trying to be that kind of provide that kind of a solution, so that different projects with different needs can like just plug and play and have their own set of needs. And the ever two layer changing like L2 landscape. So we can see that there are a number of layer 2 solutions, and there is like a lot of confusion. Like even developers are having confusion on which chain should I build, which one is better, and that. So Polygon is trying to achieve to be that one-stop platform in which you can have all the kind of necessary tools and development you need to not only have the power of Ethereum, but also have the scalability size. So we can see a number of Ethereum so-called killers currently in the market, but we at Polygon believe that Ethereum is like the best network, the best decentralized network ever produced. So that is how we are working on it to like make it move better and faster and cheaper. Yeah, so coming to the Polygon solution, so Polygon acts as a Swiss Army knife for the Ethereum scaling and infra development. So currently we have our live mainnet on the Plasma chain, which we call POS, which uses a POS concept. And we are in right now in research with ZK rollups, optimistic rollups, and we will in future also have enterprise chains, which can be used by businesses for their own part of so. So we believe that in the future, Ethereum is going to have a multi-chain ecosystem, and that's how the future is going to progress. And these are the kind of solutions Polygon will be providing. It's turning Ethereum into a fully fledged multi-chain ecosystem. So coming to the prizes of the hackathon, so the challenge is like you need to integrate Polygon into your dApp. So maybe you are building something on 1inch or something on any other dApp. You integrate Polygon into your dApp so that your dApp becomes more fast, scalable, and the transactions have cheaper for your user, but also faster. So integrate Polygon into your dApps, and the first prize is of $1,000. The second prize goes to 4 teams, 500 each, and the third prize also goes to 4 teams, so 250 each. So these are the kind of prizes we are having. Like we are excited to see a lot of like solutions coming to the Polygon chain. And yeah, that is from my side. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sanapan. I'm looking forward to seeing, after the success of Hack the System, looking forward to seeing what our Hack Africa hackers and students can come up with. Thank you very much indeed. Awesome. Amazing. Right, we're on to last but certainly not least, we have Sam. Sam Williams. Sam Williams is the founder and CEO of Arweave. So an absolute treat. I was saying, Sam, to Seb that we have to have you for an AMA, a proper hour-long session where these guys can ask questions to you. Because that would be
absolutely.
So we'll definitely get to that. But for now, tell us about Arweave, and we'd look forward to hearing more. Over to you.
Yeah, okay. So Arweave is a permanent decentralized web. The focus of Arweave is a little bit different than the other projects you heard about today. It's really about building decentralized web services and applications. That's things like a decentralized Twitter, a decentralized Facebook, YouTube, Mail, Reddit. All of these things where you put in a URL and you go to a web application. Well, that is what Arweave is focused on addressing and decentralizing, and also making permanent. So making applications where they run without intervention of developers or maintainers indefinitely. So if you have the address, you'll always be able to go back to that address and have that web application served to you. Yeah, we've been seeing pretty insane growth in this ecosystem over the last year or so. There are now like 30 or 40 different companies and projects building on top of it day to day. So our challenge is actually very simple. Just get into Arweave and have a look around. Build your first perma-web application. And we'll also be starting kind of actually conveniently at the 4-week mark during this hackathon. We'll be starting the next round of the Arweave Open Web Foundry, which is basically an incubator program we run. And so we'll be inviting anyone that's interested to just also submit their solutions from this hackathon to the incubator and do essentially both in parallel. Yeah, and the prize there is $100,000 worth of investment in the teams that go through that. And this is the 4th round of our incubator so far. And out of the first 2, something like 70 or 80% of the teams that went through have been invested in by the outside investing community. And that totals something like $15 to $20 million at this point. So we're very, very serious about helping people quit their jobs, join the decentralized web, and yeah, and make this their full-time living. Other than that, you can really just learn more about Arweave on rwiki. Thank you, Seb. It's in the chat. The Arwiki, which is itself a permanent decentralized web application living right on the permaweb. Everything you need to know is there. Yeah, we're really excited to welcome you to the community. You can also always get in touch with the team, myself, and anyone else, and also the whole ecosystem, really. In our Arweave developer Discord server, which is linked from the wiki. There you can basically ask any question you like, and you'll get it answered pretty quickly. There's always people around. But generally, the situation is, you know, if there is a web application that you think you could build in the Web 2 world, you can build it on the permanent decentralized web now using Arweave. It's just a question of how. And everybody is, you know, super excited there to help you work out that and yeah, decentralize those web services. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very, very much, Sam. And I can say doubly that their incubator program is insane. And we've seen so many amazing hackers and teams come out of it recently. So we look forward to seeing lots of hopefully good teams from this hackathon go on and do successful things there. And just to add one little point, there is not in the diary yet, but there will be an Arweave workshop in the diary coming up in the next few weeks. I know a lot of you will be looking forward to that. So it'll probably be announced tomorrow. So please look forward to that. And some more Arweave stuff will also come up tomorrow to do with Encode, the Encode Hack Africa. Thank you very, very much, Sam. And as I say, we will get in for an AMA very soon.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Very good. Well, that brings us to pretty much the end of this introductory event, giving you all the basics you need to know about Hack Africa and what's coming up in the next 8 weeks. To stress, the next 4 weeks is about your learning and taking part in the workshops, which will be walkthroughs, beginners walkthroughs of getting involved with these various fantastic projects and how to use their tech, and hopefully going on to build some fantastic projects as well. We'll be doing some intro to blockchain workshops as well. That's something that we didn't kind of put on the slide. There will be a couple of intro to blockchain workshops happening as well for those of you that are complete beginners. But in general, please use these 4 weeks to absorb the workshops, have calls with us, learn about kind of blockchain. Someone's asking for the Arweave Discord, just to note in chat. And yeah, learn and then move on to the hacking bit in 4 weeks' time, where you can get kind of knee deep into building a project. For now, if you have any questions, the best place is the Discord. So George, one more time, is going to put the link into chat. Please go there. Please ask us questions. Anthony, George, Danny here from the Encode team. All the sponsors are there as well. They have dedicated channels. And then we will put the video and the medium to this on to that Discord and on email and on Medium and everywhere in the Hacky Pack tomorrow morning. So if you want to refresh yourself on anything, you absolutely can. But in the meantime, thank you for being here, all of you. I know I saw a lot of you coming in and out. Enjoy the hackathon. Thank you to our fantastic sponsors. Thank you to Web3Bridge for kind of supporting this event. And we're going to have a cracking time. And hopefully a lot of you will build some insane projects. So thank you all. See you soon. And looking forward to seeing what you build. And thank you very much for being here this evening.